joined today by Joel, who will be sharing with us about his DTM journey. So Joel, can you just tell our audience a little bit about your Toastmasters journey? What country are you from?
I'm from Zimbabwe, based in Harare, the capital city.
And how long have you been a Toastmaster, and what made you to want to pursue a DTM?
Okay, Toastmasters, I joined in 2006, and I stayed up to about 2010. I took a short break and rejoined in 2015. Okay, is that short? Okay, relative. And so cumulatively, I've been a Toastmaster for about 2006 to 2010. That's 4 years. 2015 to now, that's 10. So 14 years.
Wow, that's long.
It's been quite an epic journey. So when I joined Toastmasters, for me it was just about improving my leadership skills as well as presentation skills. I had a job. I'm in the marketing space and in the banking sector. So obviously, I interact with a lot of people. So for me, when I heard about Toastmasters, I got interested to say, let me check it out. This could be a platform where I can be able to develop my presentation skills. But I got more than I bargained for. I didn't know about the leadership aspect. I think so many Toastmasters or so many people or the public at large, they think Toastmasters is just about standing in front of people and speaking. But when I look at Pathways, which is our curriculum that we use today, it's 75% leadership, 25% presentation skills. That's how I've interpreted it.
Oh.
And when I joined Toastmasters, I had no clue about this type of DTM. What does it mean? Don't time me, or whatever it means. Distinguished Toastmasters. Yes, don't time me.
Okay.
So when I joined, I had no clue. What I was just focused on was just developing my public speaking skills. I remember winning an impromptu area contest, and I was told, you need to go to South Africa to go and compete. And I was like, no, I'm not interested. For me, I was just having fun and developing my skills. So I think this is the person who came second actually ended up going to the next stage, because for me, I was like, I just want to develop my communication skills. But through Toastmasters, I've learned one key element that I've learned is the power of networking, which for me has unlocked a lot of opportunities, because I'm that person. Naturally, I was an introvert. I know a lot of people would dispute and say, there's no way you're an introvert, but I'm an introvert. I had to come out of my shell, and Toastmasters was a powerful vehicle that allowed me in terms of coming out of my shell. I'm able to go into a room of 1,000 people, and I'm given a topic I can present on the spot. I can network with anyone, and I would share one of the highlights of my networking benefits that I derived from Toastmasters was when I was invited by Hillary Clinton to USA.
Wow.
For a 6-week leadership development program. It was because I networked with U.S. Embassy staff in Zimbabwe during an event, and they liked what I was sharing in terms of my passion, in terms of the work that I do in the community development space. And to cut a long story short, I found myself in USA, Washington, D.C., Salt Lake City, Atlanta, Georgia, in Buffalo, New York, because I just chose to open my mouth and speak to strangers in a room full of people. This is a key skill that you learn in Toastmasters. So like I said earlier, on my journey to becoming a distinguished Toastmaster, initially I was not aware that I was actually on a journey. So I didn't sit down and say, okay, let me plan to be a distinguished Toastmaster. What do I need to do? Research and then come up with a document to say, okay, I need to complete my competent communication path. I need to complete my competent leadership path. I need to serve as a club officer. I need to serve as a district officer. I need to do a high performance project, or I need to charter a new club. I was clueless. I just started speaking and embarking on my leadership skills. So it's only when I became an area director, I think it was 2019, that someone spoke to me about, you're actually on the right path to becoming a distinguished Toastmaster. That time, you couldn't just wake up and say, I want to be an area director, or someone looks for you and begs you, like what is happening now, where someone literally pulls you and says, please be an area director. I remember it was Zimbabwe and Zambia. We had 5 areas, 4 in Zimbabwe and 1 in Zambia. And 13 of us applied for that post as an area director. And we went through a gruesome interview. I remember Coach Dorothy was the division director and Frank Suro was the incoming district director. So they really wanted area directors that were committed. So I had to pull all stops. I remember going through a 4-hour interview.
4 hours?
Yes,
Oh,
over the
wow.
phone.
That
And
sounds intense.
Dorothy was firing from all cylinders. Frank was intense. And they really wanted to really dissect my motive and my acumen and my passion. But I found that fulfilling, because when I came on to take up the assignment as an area director, I knew exactly what was expected. Number one, I didn't want to let myself down. I didn't want to let the two leaders that had put their faith on me. And from there, I became a division director. And then that's when I was, conscientized in terms of course, it can be a DTM. So when I finished serving as an area director, I had finished my, we're using the old curriculum then, where you had a competent communicator manual, 10 projects, and a competent leadership manual, 10 projects. I went through those, and then I served as a district officer. For me, I thought, okay, this is it. Remember, I had not done my research.
Yeah.
So I submitted my application. So when I was completing the forms, then I saw a gap. I had not done a high performance leadership project. I had not sponsored a youth club.
Oh, okay.
So when I thought I had done everything, then I realized, I've got a bit of work to do. So I started going backwards and embarking on those projects. I sponsored a new club, and then I did a high performance leadership where I organized a COP training for Zimbabwe and Zambia. It was quite an adventure.
So this would be for the 5 clubs that you were the area director for?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
No, the court was now for the entire division.
Oh, for the entire division.
Zambia and Zimbabwe.
Oh, wow.
So I had to organize that, and it came out very successful. And I did the club sponsorship. I think there's a club called Project Hub, which is in Zimbabwe. I was part of that as well. But when it dawned on me that I could be within reach of becoming a distinguished Toastmaster, I became very deliberate, which is one key takeaway that I want to give those that are following the conversation. Is we don't just make it random. We have to be focused. So what I did is I came up with a spreadsheet. I knew I needed to take leadership assignments. I think in my final push, I had about 6 or so projects in the leadership. And then I had about 8 speeches to do for me to complete my assignments. So what I did now is we were meeting in person. So I developed a spreadsheet, and then I actually said, okay, this is my speech, number 1 up to 8. And I actually matched it with the club that I was going to visit. I also put the vice president education that I needed to get in touch and their phone numbers. And then same with the leadership as well. I needed to be a Toastmaster or a grammarian at this meeting. So everything was on a dashboard. And I made those calls. And then I ticked to say, okay, this one has been accepted. And I became so committed to it that I'll tell you, whatever was on that spreadsheet, I never missed a single meeting. I managed to attend every meeting. I managed to present all the projects. I managed to take up all the leadership assignments that I set out to achieve. So the key takeaway for me is when you want to achieve something, you have to be focused, and you need to be specific as well. We speak of when you are making your goals, you have to be smart, specific, measurable, attainable, real and realistic and time bound. So I had a roadmap. I think it was 2-3 months, and I managed to stick to it to the very last detail, and I managed to. Yeah. So it's been quite life changing in terms of our Toastmasters journey. And obviously, when you become a distinguished Toastmaster, you don't rest on your laurels and say, now I've arrived. So I've embarked on another path. My goal is to register maybe within the next 4 or 5 months another DTM.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So,
that's one thing I've discovered with most of the people I'm speaking to is that, yes, they've gotten the DTM, but it's like they're on a path to another one.
And the other key driver for this is I want to achieve it using the new curriculum, the pathways. Yeah, so I've done, I think in terms of my projects, I've done up to level 4. Last week, I sponsored a club. It shattered this week. So I will use my tenure as club growth director to register this one. So the bit of serving in the district club, but I've got 2 in the bag. Division director, I haven't utilized it. I haven't utilized the club growth director and the current division director. So I can actually go for 2 more DTMs.
True, very true, very, very
Yeah,
true.
because the
very
moment
true.
you relax, even especially when it comes to presentations, the arms, the ums will start clawing back. So it's like riding a bicycle. You need to continue practicing and practicing.
Yeah.
So I will continue on my Toastmasters journey, maybe 2 more DTMs in the next within the next two years. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's quite interesting. So one of the questions I also like to ask is, you have shared with us your DTM project was organizing the club officer training.
Yes.
What other DTM projects have you heard about that maybe you want to share with our viewers?
You know, there are quite a number of projects, and you can also take it away from the Toastmasters scenario. It doesn't necessarily have to be a Toastmasters project. I've got another one in the bag where one of my employers, I think in 2022, they were celebrating 32 years. So I did a project where it was during COVID, and we needed to have a way of celebrating it that could draw in thousands of people, but without meeting in person. So we came up with a concept where we said, let's have a virtual concert. We got 4 of the biggest artists in Zimbabwe. So what we did is the company had gone through a 32-year journey. So we said, okay, who was the most popular musician from 1980 to 1990? So I got 2 musicians from that generation. They came and performed, and then from 1990 to 2000, I also got another generation. And then 2000 to 2010, another generation. And then a modern artist, you know, I think some people that follow Zimbabwe dance, or the guy called Winky D was the draw cut. And we reached over almost 100,000 viewers.
Wow.
Across the world, you know, for that, yeah.
Was it a one-day event?
It was a one-day event, yeah. So it was a concert.
100,000.
Yes. Wow. People were following online, and it was quite successful. But the project entailed me not doing the work or the legwork. So I had to come up with a project team, at least 2 people. Then every week I would brief them on their assignment. And then at the end of the week, they'll come and debrief and say, this is what we have managed to attain. And I'll give them strategic direction. So the project's core skills development was learning how to delegate, because sometimes when you're operational, you tend to assign, but at the same time, you want to do the work yourself. So this called for you to sit back, give strategic direction, ask for feedback, take correctional action, and then allow the team to be able to do the work, which is exactly what happened. And then we were able to do an evaluation. That's where we got the metrics that we reached over 100,000 viewers across the world. And it was quite exciting. So you can do a project based on your current work settings. You can also do, like right now we are getting into our MACON, our district conference season. Within your division, you can actually do a high performance project where you're saying, I want to mobilize Toastmasters to attend. So you come up with a team.
That's interesting.
Yeah, you come up with a team and say, Toastmasters from Botswana or from Namibia, we are targeting 20 to attend. So let's come up with a team. Let's set our objective. Let's set our targets. What campaigns are we going to do to incentivize Toastmasters to come and attend a conference? And while on conferences, for me, it was also life-changing. That's when even this DTM scenario also, came to pass, because I got to meet different people and they were being introduced on stage. Distinguished Toastmaster Keith Bowen, Frank Thuro, and I got fascinated. And what it also did is it broadened my horizon in terms of, when you're in a club, you just are confined to your club and you think that's all that there is to Toastmasters. But when you see the family set up within a district, to see we are reaching different countries. We're in Botswana, we're in Namibia, we're in Zambia, we're in Malawi, we're in Madagascar, Mauritius, then your horizon is broadened and dreams are born within those conferences or at those conferences. So yeah, there are quite a number of projects that you can actually be able to.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. No, that's actually quite interesting. Yeah. Wow, you have given us actually 3 separate different ideas that one can think of to do. I actually hadn't thought about that, mobilizing people to attend the conference. That's actually something quite interesting.
So Toastmasters, it's a gold mine, but it's up to us to bring a tool and start digging. Because sometimes I always give an illustration of if you take a container this big, and this is the amount of effort that you're putting in your Toastmasters journey, you can't expect this output. If you put in a teaspoonful, you get out a teaspoonful. If you put on 5 liters, you get out 5 liters. So we have to be deliberate, and I'm big on following your dollar. I mean, I pay $60 every 6 months. I need to follow and switch it.
Very true.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh wow! No, thank you so much for sharing with us about your DTM journey. I'm sure lots of people will be inspired in ways that they can pursue whatever project that they want to do, and maybe this will help to broaden their thinking in terms of what they can actually pursue. Because you have definitely given me additional ideas that I hadn't actually thought about as I'm also pursuing my own DTM.
Don't time me.
Don't time me. I actually like that. I've never heard of that one.
You don't time them.
I've never heard of that. Like, I think I'll be using it.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a very nice acronym. Because true, Toastmasters, there are so many acronyms. And sometimes we when you're new, you don't even know. Yeah. No, otherwise, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah. And hopefully our guests will learn something from today's conversation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.